The face for Fauvism. Here goes nothing, y'all. All right, I don't really care for this face color. It's flat. So to make mine more interesting, because our face is important, like it's what people usually look at first, I'm going to look at these type of colors, right? So these are on your slides. We have lots of blues, greens, we have yellow greens, we have red oranges, and then this is Matisse himself. It was not painted by Matisse, but it was painted by a friend of his, Andre Derain, and we see lots of colors for the shadows. So no black at all for these shadows in the face. Oh, stand by. There you go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring in my hair color again because it was already a pretty good neutral. I'm looking here. This brown is, in my opinion, too red. So I am going for add some of this neutral green that I have left over from something else. And let's see what we get here. Don't ever think that I get it on my first try, or that really any artist really gets it on their first try. When you're a millionaire and it doesn't matter what you paint and everybody will pay millions of dollars for it, that'll be awesome. That you can just get on your first try and say, I meant to do that every time. Most times it's going to be a lot of trial and error, meaning I'm trying this out and that's not it. Like this. I don't want his skin to be green, but it's green. So what do I add? Ding, 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 red. Tiny bit of red. Warm it up, warm it up. I know. If I were to paint this on him, he'd look pretty sick. And not well sick. I really like my facial color that I had going on post-impressionism right here for that ear. But of course, for me to recreate that would be in vain. So I am trying to come up with different but acceptable. Okay, this is going to dry a lot faster on paper. Nope, it's still too red. So I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go into this blue-green that I made a second ago for his shirt. It's not perfect, but in fact, it's too gray looking. So I'm going to add some white to try to bring out that color some. Hopefully I don't make a hole in my paper and I'm just mixing on the canvas. Okay, this isn't bad. I'll call it a good start. So make a neutral for your face first, right? Then we can get wild after that. Yeah, we'll just get wild after that. Okay, so I'm going to go into these light parts. Oh, that's great. Keep it going. You're just on this journey with me. I'll try not to get rid of my lines. I want to see those lines. So, because that kind of tells me where the darker areas need to be. So just kind of a light. Oh, that's an eyebrow. It's all right. So almost like a dabbing motion, like Impressionism. I'm just going through, giving the whole thing not a yellow tone. Of course, that yellow is still going to be feed its underpainting purpose. I'm going right down into the neck. Might as well, since it's all going to be neutral anyway. All right, now I'm coming back up. All right, I need this to get darker. Let's see. So I'm going to make this darker right here. Notice how I just took a little bit more of the neutral that I had before. So right now everything's still very neutral. I don't know if this is his 5 o'clock shadow or what, but it definitely was a shadow. And even though this wasn't on there, I do know as far as faces go, I would have some sort of like shadow going on there. Okay. Still not there. That's all right. I'm going to put a little bit darker. This is a little much like hair. I don't mean for it to be. All right. Things got to start changing now. So, very neutral, but I want something like that. Which I know has sort of a yellow tone to it, but I'm going to start adding some greens in here. In fact, yeah, I'm going to take this green. Now, instead of dabbing, I want to go sort of back and forth with my brush. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in there. What is important is that you have somewhere that darks and lights show up. So even though I don't want that much red, I'm going for this little dark over here that we made. I want some dark over here. I know this is kind of a rough way of showing y'all because it seems like I'm doing whatever I want, which I kind of am, but Fauvism was about being a little wild. So I canceled out that yellow some by adding the neutral on top of it. Now I'm trying to keep my darks by making sort of this bold reddish side where he would have his shadows. Give me extreme shadows, extreme lights, extreme darks. Because you can always tone them down if you need. Okay, what did I do next? Oh, green. Try to be consistent. It's really easy to lose them, like to lose your person, to lose who it is right here. And then some yellow. So make sure you don't lose your person. See how I separated the dark and the light? Right there. I want these. I really like that warm yellow. So I'm going to go for some of that. I'm just warming this yellow up with a little bit of red. Seeing if I can. And then I want this to be light. Right on top of his eyebrow should be a little light. Notice how I'm trying to paint away from the tape. Okay, let those brush strokes show. Oh, y'all, I'm avoiding it. I know I need to get to it. Those eyes, I'm not ready. Dark, dark, dark down here where there's a nice strong shadow. Strong lights, strong darks. What did I do next? Oh, red. That sort of reddish color right there. Oh, I guess I'll go from here. Whatever colors you want to use in the face, make sure you also use in the neck if you see a neck, simply because you want it to be seen as the same, it belonged to that person. I probably want to see what I'm doing down there. I'm not fully committed ever to a color. I'm kind of doing it, and then I'm like, let's dull it down. Let's brighten it up. Let's bolden it up. Nothing's ever completely blended, but at the same time, if it's so not blended that it's a distraction, you want to deal with it. Okay, so I got a pretty strong shadow there. I'm okay with that. Now we need to get into that eye. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off so it doesn't take up too much time.